Good afternoon. This is your friend, Pastor Omar Muhammad. Welcome to this replay. Is anger killing you too? I'm reading from this book, Letting Go, The Pathway of Surrender by David R. Hawkins. The book is very interesting and such a blessing. Today, I'm broadcasting live from a McDonald's or somewhere in Inglewood. And I just wanted to take some time to talk to you about this. It says, is anger killing you too? I mentioned that because I realized that I had a very violent eruption of anger come out of me this week. And it was such a horrible thing that I just like, at the end of that time period, I was exhausted, I was tired, I was weak, and I'm still just recovering from it. And as I was reading today, I realized that in this book I was coming to a chapter on anger. So I said, let me just try to deal with some of the things on anger. And it said that anger is an emotion that has a lot of vibrational energy to it. And that one of the things that we should do if we're angry is to figure out a way to let go of the anger and to redirect that anger into positive things. So I have to admit to you today that anger has been disrupting and destroying my life. And in fact, I read that anger kills. It says this somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, chronic and unrecognized anger and resentment emerges in our life as depression, which is anger directed toward oneself. So recently I realized that I was very depressed and trying to figure out what was the depression all about. And I realized that over time, I'm in my 50s now, over time I have repressed and suppressed anger and angry emotions and resentment. And I kept them down to the point that now they're ready to come out. They need to come out because you can't hold on to it. In fact, we found out when we do martial arts, we found out that anger only weakens the individual. Anger kills the individual that's holding it and gives an advantage to the enemy who's trying to destroy you. So we cannot allow ourselves to get angry. Sometimes in anger, we kill people. Sometimes in anger, we say things that we don't mean to say. Sometimes in anger, we do things that's not helpful or not good to us. So we want to be those kind of people who recognize that anger is an emotion, but anger is an emotion that should reveal to us some things that we have going on within us and to address those things. I was so impressed by some of the things I read in this book. One of them I read to you already. The other one is that it said that in this book that people can feel the psychic energy. He said that we are not physically connected to people as some people like to think. We are psychically connected to them. So that when we are holding evil intent and bad ideas, we may be kissing up to people and trying to make them feel good as a boss or whatever, but at the end of the day we really don't like them, that they can actually feel that energy even though they cannot see it, they don't know it, that energy affects their decisions and the things that happen to them. Some people are not making advances in their life because they are holding negative, evil, angry, resentful thoughts about an individual, and they're not dealing with the truth about it. So I want to encourage us today to be bold, courageous, spiritual warriors and to deal with anger. I'm asking God today, if you check on my Facebook, my Twitter, I'm asking God today to release me from anger and to help me to release those people who are my captives of anger. They don't even know. They may not even know I'm angry with them, but they have become captives, and I got them in this kind of emotional, psychic bond that I need to release. When we release anger, we release bitterness. We release the energy that we're using for doing other things. We can do other things with that. So I want us to move away from the anger and move toward a better understanding. Move towards some things that will better help us and encourage us. Let me see if I can find another thing that I can show you that was really, really good. I learned about anger. It says, I already told you about being psychically connected. Maybe I shouldn't go there. Maybe I should just talk to you a little bit about what anger does. It makes us vulnerable. Anger makes us weak. Anger makes us not being able to deal with the realities that we have. And I want to encourage all of us to put down anger, pick up love, pick up encouragement, understanding that some of the things that we're angry about, we're angry because people that don't acknowledge that we've done something good, then let's make it a gift. Let's just start turning the things that we're doing into gifts and not worry about whether people acknowledge it or not. So I'm hoping that you're hearing this word today. It's a short word. I won't be here long. Freestyle Fridays sometimes have to do with just open up and being transparent. So I want you guys to pray with me and for me that I would continue to do the inner work, the inner core work, as my wife calls it, to root out resentment, bitterness, and anger. So I want to be on the right place. I want to be at the right place at the right time, doing what God would have me to do, and I can't be angry about it. And that anger, I have to realize that anger could be anger over the situation in the world. Like I could be angry about racial injustice. In fact, the book said that many of us are what they call injustice collectors, that we are going around collecting all these injustices so that we can have this sense that we are feeling right and morally correct. But the fact of the matter is we need to let that go. We need to understand that it is an injustice, and then let us turn that anger into something called righteous indignation and do something about it. Let us be proactive agents of change who do something. Like me, I say I'm a proactive agent of change who communicates so that others might be healed, liberated, and appreciated. Oh yeah, I've been angry for a while, but now I'm trying to turn that energy of anger into positive things that do something about it. Are you angry? Check out what you're angry about. Then see if you can figure out a way to make that a positive experience for you. In fact, the book says that what we see, those people in our experience who make us angry, they are really merely mirrors reflecting the issues and the circumstances that we need to deal with. So I hope that you hear me today, that you might share this broadcast with other people. I'm thankful for this opportunity that God is doing to, peeling back the layers of my life that has caused me to be broken for so long. And I know that at the end of this experience, at the end of this work that God is doing with me, I will be better for it. And I believe that you will be too. So this is Omar, your proactive agent of change who communicates so that others might be healed, liberated, and appreciated. I always end my broadcast with this: keep your hands clean and your heart pure. Your hands are your actions and your deeds. Your heart is your thoughts and your ways. So keep your hands clean and your heart pure. You cannot go wrong with that. Peace and blessings. This is Omar, and I'm out.